Today, I thought I'd share the story about how I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. I'm 32 years old. I've been to prison twice over some bad choices that I've made. I was actually diagnosed with leukemia stage 0 before I went to prison. While I was in prison the first time, I was diagnosed. And while I was in prison the second time, I went to a neurologist and went to go see my doctor for the leukemia, and he said it was in remission. But he also said, I have bad news and I have good news. Your leukemia is in remission, but you have young onset Parkinson's. And how it came all to that is a few mornings I woke up non-stop shaking. It was like I was going into a seizure, convulsions, being awake. It was the most embarrassing, troubling things. I felt helpless. I could not move the way I wanted to. My body just shook constantly, and one of the guards had said, we need to get you to the nurse. They took me to the nurse, and the doctor had said, you might have Parkinson's. And just by the symptoms and the way that things were happening. So we scheduled a neurologist appointment, and I went to the neurologist, and he confirmed I have Parkinson's, young onset Parkinson's, and I went back to I was in a dorm, so it was an open dorm. Beds were everywhere. You didn't really have any privacy. I went back to my bed, sat there for a few, and of course some of my friends had come up and asked me what happened, because they were pretty worried about me. I had explained to them that I had Parkinson's disease, and some of them didn't even know what it was, and I had to explain it to them. It's the thing that Michael J. Fox has. Today is actually a good day. I don't have as many shakes as I do, or little twitches and stuff. But the camera's probably shaking right now because my hand's a little shaky, and I apologize about that. Throughout the weeks after, I started going to the library and doing some research on it, and the doctor had given me some stuff to read about what to expect, and being a progressive disease, all I knew is it was going to get worse, and I didn't really understand how worse it was going to get. And I read a book that Michael J. Fox had wrote. I think it was called Lucky Me or something like that. It's a very, very good book, and I recommend reading it. It tells his story about his life, and about how he fell in love with his beautiful wife and his children, and being diagnosed with Parkinson's while acting in movies and stuff. Anyway, I got to start reading, and we had a lot of similarities, the movements that I didn't realize what they were until after I was diagnosed. Little head twitches, my arm, my hand moving, my finger moving all the time. One thing that I did have, it was a constant thing, was my legs and my feet. They move constantly. My poor husband, when he's laying in bed with me, it's just constant. I feel so bad because he has to endure that every single night until I go to sleep, and then it stops. Right now, I'm taking the most of Sample-Monett, which is one of the medications that they put you on when you have Parkinson's. I'm taking 8 a day, and it's 2. I mean, it's a pretty heavy dose of something for somebody so young. When I first got diagnosed, it was the movement, and I remember one day he didn't explain what could happen to me, and with which you get stuck sometimes when you're walking. and I was walking to the library from my dorm room, and I got stuck in the middle of it, and I was by myself, so I was pretty scared, and I didn't know what to do. And one of my friends had walked by, and it was like, you need help? And I was, absolutely, I need help. I don't know what's going on. I can't move. And so they called the nurse. The nurse came to me. The doctor came up to me, and it was like, you're stuck. This is what they call when you get stuck. Sometimes your muscles don't move. Even though Parkinson's is a muscle problem, and sorry about that. It was like I wanted to move, and I was shaking while I was moving, but I couldn't move. And at that moment, it clicked in my head, because it hadn't really hit me until that moment that, oh my God, I have this, and then this is something I'm going to have for the rest of my life, and it's going to get so much worse. And I encourage everybody out there to go to a fundraiser website and donate something for the cure. I mean, they're so close to figuring something out to reverse it or make better medicine or something. There's one that's called the Cure for Parkinson's Trust. I've looked into it. It is an amazing fundraiser. There's so many of them. I have a GoFundMe page. I'm not begging for anybody to go to it or anything, but if you are interested, I'll leave a description, and I'll leave the link in the description.
Big deal.
And my family has taken it okay. I have very good support from my family. My husband, he helps me every morning. There's sometimes where I can't get up, I can't get dressed. I can't get up to go to the bathroom. I used to be a very active person, sing, dance, all that kinds of stuff. I'm wanting to do that one day, to be able to put something out there before I lose my voice, because I know that most Parkinson's patients, they can't talk very well when they get to a certain point. And my GoFundMe page it's just to help with medications and the doctor's bills, because right now I don't have insurance, because I can't get a job, because when you walk in there to a job and you're shaking and they ask you what's wrong, why do you shake, and you tell them you have Parkinson's on top of being on probation. They use the probation thing a lot. Oh, I can't hire you because you're on probation, but they really don't want to hire me because I'm shaking, and they don't want that liability. And it's sad to say that there are people out there like that, but I know that not everybody is like that. I have very good support from people that are around me for things that I need help for. Right now I'm in the middle of trying to get on disability. That's a long process in itself. I know people that are on disability right now, and it has taken them quite a while to get on the disability. My last video was talking about dreams that I've been having, and I'm a very spiritual person. I'm not a very religious person, and I believe that there is a difference in between that. Right now, my husband I'm Mormon. Well, I grew up Mormon, and I'm trying to get back into it. Well, not trying. I am, because you can't try to do anything. You can't try to pick up a pencil. You either pick up that pencil or you don't. And so I'm going for it. And my husband has been very supportive with that. He's actually going with me with studies and stuff like that. I he's actually reading in the book himself, and that means a tremendous lot that I have that kind of support from him. We've been married almost 8 years. We got married a week after we met. We just knew. We knew it was love at first sight the first day we met. It was the most amazing thing that I've ever had, and it still is. We have love every single day. It's just the love grows, and him being there for me. And I've told him to leave me many times because I have Parkinson's, and I've shown him videos of people that are worse off than me, and this is what I'm going to be like. You are more than welcome to leave any moment. And he tells me, no, I'm here for the long haul. I'll help you every step of the way. And that means a lot to me. When they're in stores and I start shaking, and I get embarrassed very, very easily with it. And I was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and they're trying to actually take that away, because when you have Parkinson's, some of the symptoms for paranoid schizophrenia is actually Parkinson's. So with the hallucinations, or being paranoid, or just those types of symptoms are in with Parkinson's. And I encourage everybody to go get tested if you have any inkling that you have it. I mean, there are medications out there right now that can slow it down. Not slow it down. It can make your life a lot easier. A lot easier. And right now with the Cure Parkinson's Trust, they're so close, and I beg you just to go check it out. And I mean, to 50 cents, $1, a quarter, anything, that money goes towards helping me have a better life, and people like me have a better life. There are people out there that are just looking forward to this vaccine that's going to come out that could reverse Parkinson's and prevent it as well. And I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic for this, and if it's not in my lifetime, I hope that the next generation has it. That way, I hope it's like polio, where they have the vaccines and people don't get it anymore. And what Parkinson's is the lack of dopamine in your brain. And when you don't get enough dopamine in your brain, you can shake, stutter. I stutter a lot. I walk a different way. I talk a different way. I look a different way.
Substantia nigra.
My husband's talking to me right now. What?
Substantia nigra is the part of the brain that it affects.
Substantia nigra is a part of the brain that it affects directly. So, in the cinnamon is a synthetic dopamine that creates dopamine in my brain, which allows me to stop shaking for a little while. Allows me to talk for a little while. It allows me to be who I was before it all started, because I'm not going to say normal, because nobody's normal. There's no such thing as normal. If you've been around anybody that is a recovering addict, they're going to tell you there's no such thing as normal. If you've been around anybody that has been to prison, they're going to tell you there's no such thing as normal. If you've been around anybody with any kind of mental disease, there's no such thing as normal. We're all a little off in the head, and that's okay. It's okay to be okay. And I tell myself that every single morning. It is okay to be okay. And my husband, he tells me that as well. And when I do get down, and he reminds me, it's okay to be okay. It's okay to shake. It's okay to be you. Don't hide yourself. Right now I have no makeup on, and I used to wear a lot of makeup because I did not have any self-esteem at all. And my husband still tells me I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. I haven't done my eyebrows in a long time, so I have some big old eyebrows, and he loves them to death, and he pets them like they're his little caterpillars or something. So, and how we joke, I mean, that's how we gonna get around it, is is we joke about it, and I'll hand him his coffee and tell him you don't have to stir it. I've already shaken it for you. And I always ask people stupid things. You want that shaken or stirred? Because I can shake it for you. And I joke about it a lot. And I see that on a lot of things on the internet that I've seen people joke about it. That's how they get around with it. And it's okay to joke. It's not okay to make fun of. There's a difference. You gotta be laughing with the person, not at that person. Bullying is something that I absolutely cannot stand. And it hurts my heart to see somebody else being bullied for something that they cannot help. But anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you. So, I'm going to leave the description for the GoFundMe page for me if you are interested in it. It'll be under my name, I believe, and I'm not sure what I titled it under. I think it's Parkinson's at 32. Being 32 and have Parkinson's is something that not a lot of people hear of on the outside, but once you have it or hear somebody that has it, you end up hearing about it a lot. There are children who have it. Even if you don't donate to my page, go to somebody else's page and donate. That is all I help. That's all I am asking for, is help somebody. You don't have to help my page. Help somebody else's page. Because I have support. God gives me what I need. And I know that I'm very blessed, and He blesses me every single day.
Puts more on your plate than you can handle.
And He never puts more on my plate more than I can handle. So, again, thank you for listening to my story. If you want more stories like this, just comment down below. We'll read every single comment.
And tell me what my next
And
should be.
tell me what my next story should be. Tell me what my next video should be. I'm really wanting to get into this. I see a lot of people, and it's not just for the success and being famous and stuff. I listen to a lot of people's stories, and they help me a lot. And that's all I want to do, is just help one person. Just let me help one person with this. And if you want, I don't have the greatest advice all the time, but I can help work through it. I mean, you could leave a comment, and we can get a hold of each other somehow, and I can be your ear. I'm a great listener. So, I mean, just contact me in the comments. Go look at my GoFundMe page. Go look at the Cure for Parkinson's Trust. Go look at any donation, non-profit, anything. And Michael J. Fox Foundation. Go look at his page. He's making a wonderful difference. And Michael J. Fox, if you end up seeing this, thank you, buddy. Thank you for your books. Thank you for your encouragement. I love you, and you're an inspiration to me every step of the way. You're a very big inspiration to me. You make it like I will have a normal life, or I'll have a life that I had before I had this, because you're working so hard for this. So thank you very much, from the bottom of my heart, and the bottom of my husband's heart, and my family, and everybody that has Parkinson's. It is okay to be okay.